Hi, I'm Lynn.
And I'm Bobby, and we work for the Salvation Army's Emergency Disaster Services Department.
Today, we are going to share our top tips for deploying on a 14-day disaster relief operation.
Hopefully these tips will help you get ready for your first deployment. Tip number 1, be willing to deploy within a very short amount of time. While it's great if we can give people lots of time to prepare for a deployment, the reality is you often only get 24 to 48 hours notice. This means it's really important that you read and respond to notifications quickly, review your deployment brief and any travel documents you receive, and then begin packing.
Tip number 2, review your deployment brief and travel documents thoroughly. It's important for disaster workers to read their deployment brief. Usually, it's an emailed document. It answers all the important questions, such as when and where you are going, what you will be doing, what you should pack, what the weather will be like, and where you are going to sleep. The brief also contains important contact names, numbers, and addresses. It includes information about how you're getting there and where you check in at the disaster operation. Speaking of how you will get to your destination, there are 3 ways. You might drive or ride in a canteen, a Salvation Army vehicle, a rental car, or you might even fly. If you're flying, our team of travel coordinators will book your flight and provide you with a copy of your itinerary. It's really important that you check your itinerary and make sure your name and date of birth are correct, and confirm you know when and where your flight takes off.
A few more things to keep in mind if you're flying. Get to the airport at least 2 hours early. You'll need to check your luggage, go through security, and get to your gate. If you need a snack or a meal, get it. And please keep receipts for your food purchases and your luggage. These will be reimbursed. If you have flight delays, cancellations, or miss your flight for any reason, then work with the airline to rebook and reach out to your point of contact on location. Follow the instructions provided in your deployment brief for travel from the airport. For some of you, it may be a rental car, and for others, it might be waiting for someone to pick you up. Check your phone for text or email updates.
Tip number 3, driving a canteen. If you are driving a canteen, it's important to make sure you have cash and a credit card, usually provided by your Salvation Army unit leader, to cover fuel, meals, and if necessary, housing. Also confirm that your canteen is ready for a long drive. At a minimum, check the tires, the oil, the battery, and the brakes. Finally, fill up with fuel before you reach impacted areas. So now that you know how you're getting there, let's talk about what to pack.
Tip number 4, pack the right things for your deployment. When packing, here are some important items to include. Enough clothes for at least 7 days, including pajamas, undergarments, lounging clothes, and work clothes. You may have access to laundry facilities, but don't count on it. Bring any EDS shirts you have. Don't forget to pack your closed-toed shoes for working, and a pair of shower shoes are a must. Remember your personal toiletries, any medications you need, your phone charger, a cap, and rain jacket. Sometimes you may be asked to bring your own bedding, towels, and washcloths.
We've talked about what to bring, so now let's talk about a couple of things to leave at home, like expensive jewelry and firearms. Guns are prohibited on Salvation Army disaster sites. It's also recommended you leave portable electronics, such as a tablet or computer, at home. Remember, if they are lost, broken, or stolen, the Salvation Army is not responsible for replacing them.
Tip number 5, be ready for less than ideal housing conditions. The type of disaster and the location will determine the housing options available. Sometimes you will be housed in a hotel, and other times you may stay in a staff shelter at a local Salvation Army facility or in one of our base camps. Think about base camps and staff shelters like going camping or glamping.
Glamping is a fantastic way of describing it. Our base camps and staff shelters are great for fellowshipping together. Meals are often on-site and prepared by Salvation Army staff or our Baptist partners, so it's important to share any dietary restrictions you may have with the finance and admin chief when you check in. You will probably have a few roommates, so it's important to keep your assigned area neat and tidy, and you may want to bring earplugs and an eye mask if you are a light sleeper. Hopefully, you will have electricity and water for showers, laundry on site, and bathrooms. But sometimes you may have portable bathrooms and limited electricity and water. Because you will be sharing space with others, it's important to respect housing guidelines and assist with keeping the facilities clean.
Now that we've given you a brief description of the housing, let's talk a bit about what you might be doing and how to take care of yourself.
Tip number 6, be ready to serve. Here's how a typical day might go. Your day begins with breakfast and a morning briefing. Next, you will get your assigned canteen ready to go and pick up the food you'll be serving. From there, you will head out to your service area, which has been given to you by your canteen coordinator. You will be serving people who have just gone through the very worst day of their lives. Many have lost everything. We are the hands and feet of Jesus, giving a hot meal, a beverage, and a listening ear. Treat others with dignity and respect, and let the love of Jesus shine through in all you do. When you're either out of food or your meal service has ended, you'll head back to base camp to clean and reset your canteen for the next day. Now it's time to get some dinner, have a shower, and relax for the evening. Remember, all disaster deployments will be different. It's important to remain flexible and ready for any challenges that might come your way.
Tip number 7, take care of yourself. Disaster assignments can be very draining, so it's important that you take care of yourself during your deployment and when you go home. Think about ways you can relax and unwind after a hard day. This will look different for every person. And when you get home, look for ways to rejuvenate and reset. Talk with your corps officer or pastor. Share your experiences with friends and family, and celebrate the amazing work you were able to be a part of.
We've talked about a lot today. Thank you for taking time to learn more about Salvation Army disaster operations.
Hopefully, you will feel prepared and ready to deploy as part of our disaster relief operations team.